The 2003 TMNT show is my favorite incarnation of the Turtles, and my favorite out of all the TMNT shows. Some would argue that the 2012 is better or Rise is better, but for me the 2003 run was everything I wanted from a kid's cartoon back in the day. There was action, cool fights, good story arcs. And looking back at the show as a whole, the 2003 show had some pretty dark moments. Moments that keep me up at night and some that make me genuinely sad. Departing from the light-hearted, comedic tone of its predecessors, this version of the TMNT franchise took a daring turn into the darker realms, immersing viewers in a gripping and grim narrative. The 2003 TMNT series set out to reimagine the four heroes in a half-shell: Leonardo, Michelangelo, Donatello, and Raphael, with a much-needed edge. The Turtles' personalities were no longer defined solely by humorous quirks, but instead they were portrayed as complex characters facing personal struggles and internal conflicts. Raphael's anger issues, Leonardo's sense of responsibility, Donatello's intellectual dilemmas, and Michelangelo's yearning for camaraderie made the characters more relatable and multi-dimensional. One of the most significant departures of the 2003 series from its predecessors was its willingness to tackle darker and more mature storylines. Gone were the silly, one-off adventures, as the Turtles faced increasingly complex challenges and moral dilemmas. The series delved into themes such as loss, betrayal, identity, and sacrifice, pushing the characters to their limits. It was a refreshing change that allowed the audience to grow with the Turtles and appreciate their struggles on a deeper level. And it's not just the Turtles, even the villains go through these themes of identity and betrayal. Take, for example, Baxter Stockman, a person who in the beginning was a scientist, who wanted to make it big and expand his scientific genius. But when he failed the Shredder, over and over became this character who in the end didn't care about himself anymore and wanted to die, but was left alive, and the more body parts get ripped out of him. And the longer he lives, he starts to forget who he is as a person and regressed into this person who became broken both mentally and physically. Looking back now, I really feel bad for my boy. Stockman was done dirty by everyone. In stark contrast to previous adaptations, the 2003 TMNT series was unafraid to explore the threat of permanence and loss. Characters suffered injuries, and the show occasionally presented the realistic possibility of permanent consequences. This decision heightened the emotional investment of the audience, keeping them on the edge of their seats as they witnessed their favorite characters facing genuine danger. When the Turtles were facing their last battle with the Shredder, all of them got severely beat up, and even after they all recovered, Leo's scars didn't. And this started probably one of my favorite arcs, which is dubbed the Angst Leo arc. Even though Leo was healed physically, he's still broken in spirit, which made him more aggressive and less honorable. And when things got out of whack, he took this journey of self-discovery to find peace within himself, and so that he can gain his honor again. The reason why this arc was my FAV is because first watching the show I was shocked when I first saw Rogue Leo, because before IV only seen Leo as the responsible one, a fearless leader. So it was a surprise seeing Leo being aggressive and fighting coldly and kinda acting like Rav. I know that arc wasn't that dark, but what was dark and is probably the darkest episode in my opinion. Same as It Never Was, which was about Donnie going to these distant realities while the Shredder won and took over the world. The reason why this episode was gruesome is because this episode wasn't afraid to show the Turtles and the characters die. And I know that they've shown death before, but I feel like this episode takes it to another level, in a sense where the deaths happen quickly and without warning. And even though Donnie and the Resistance win in the end, it doesn't feel like a win, because they already lost everything, and no one is really left alive. Unlike in every other episode where it ends off in a good note, same as It Never Was ends off with a somber note, leaving the viewer to release in this decrepit world. This episode actually reminds me of The Last Ronin. In both stories the world was taken over by the Shredder, and all the Turtles die horrifically. And I'm sure there are the similarities, but I'm too lazy to name them. The 2003 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles animated series stands as a testament to the franchise's ability to evolve and adapt without losing its core appeal. By embracing a darker and more mature tone, the show captivated both new and existing fans, drawing them into a world where complex characters faced formidable challenges. The series' willingness to explore deeper themes, introduce well-developed villains, and highlight the consequences of the Turtles' actions set it apart from its predecessors. While the 2003 TMNT series might not have been suitable for the youngest audience members, its darker and grim approach secured a special place in the hearts of those who craved a more mature and engaging rendition of the heroes in a half-shell. Thank you so much for watching the video. I know this video was hard to understand at times. Sorry, I was drunk while making this. Please, if you can, make sure to smash the subscribe button, and I hope you have a good day.